everyone. I'm here with Drew, Director of Kitchen Operations, Second Harvest here in Spokane, Washington. And from the look of the ingredients you prepared, I'm getting really excited. What are we making?
Oh, you should be. We're making a chicken pot pie.
That is so good. I love pot pies, so this is gonna be a lot of fun. Our first step is to make the crust. So we add some flour, salt, and sugar into a food processor. Then we cube a stick of cold butter, which helps get that flaky crust, and add it in.
So we're just gonna turn this on and let this mix until it looks like coarse cornmeal.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah, and it does. Once it gets that yellow from the butter, it starts to look like cornmeal.
Yeah, there it is. So now you can see that butter is no longer in big chunks, it is in small chunks.
Next, we add some ice water.
And this takes just a little bit. The great thing about a food processor is that it's gonna combine all this for us. You know, guys in the kitchen, we like things to be pretty easy. So there he goes, boom.
There it is. Once it starts popping around that bowl, you know you got it. Then we mold the dough into a small disc, wrap it in plastic wrap, and put it in the fridge to cool. Now we start on the filling.
So we're gonna start with a fine russet potato here.
Look at that guy.
And we're gonna peel it, we're gonna dice it, and then we're gonna parboil it just a little bit.
Okay, want me to start peeling it?
Yeah, absolutely, that'd be great.
Okay, now russet. Why are we gonna use russets today?
Well, we're using it mainly because it's a leftover ingredient. You know, I just made my mashed potatoes for the holiday season, and I happen to have a few left over, so I'm just gonna use that. And really, you could use any kind of potato. I happen to like the texture that russets give, but if you wanted something, you know, with a little more body or something a little waxier, you could certainly use a fingerling or a red if that's what you had around.
Right, exactly.
And now that those are in, we need to start processing our onions, carrots, and celery.
Oh, that's like the Trinity.
The Trinity.
What do they call it?
The mirepoix.
The mirepoix.
Mirepoix,
There
yep.
you go.
Absolutely. So which one do you want to start with? Carrots?
Carrots.
Perfect. While you're working on that, I'm going to start with the onion.
All right, let's do it.
Another fine Washington-grown product.
Next, we melt some butter and slice up a little celery. Once our vegetables are cut, we add them to the pot.
So also, we've got our salt and pepper handy. We're going to want to season this as we add it to the pot.
Fantastic. Now once we've finished seasoning the vegetables, we add our leftover chicken. Next, we add our potatoes to the pot with some more salt and pepper.
Next thing we're going to do is add just a little bit of flour.
Flour, okay.
Yep.
Just to thicken it up a little bit?
Well, just to thicken it up, yeah. And you know, we could measure this out. I'm just going to add a little bit.
Then we add some chicken stock and frozen green beans.
And we're going to bring that to a boil, so I'm going to turn the heat up just a bit.
Here we go.
Now you don't have to do this next bit, but I like to. We're just going to use a little bit of half and half to give it that creamy, you know, kind of consistency.
Very nice.
But it's totally optional.
Now while we wait for the filling to thicken, we grab our dough from the fridge, roll it out, and transfer it onto our pie plate.
It's a fine looking crust there, Tomas. Well done.
That's a nice thickness too. That's going to be tasty.
Absolutely.
Next, we scoop the filling onto our crust.
Yeah, this does make eating vegetables a whole lot of fun. My kids love pie.
Then we roll out the top crust and place it over the pie.
Beautiful. Okay, so this is kind of the fun part. So we're going to use a fork to just kind of gently flute the edges all the way around.
Okay.
And we're just going to kind of press down on the edge of that pie rim.
After we finish fluting, we cut off the excess dough and poke some vent holes in the crust.
Okay, so our last step here, we're gonna do a little egg wash. Now this is 1 egg beaten with 2 tablespoons of water.
2 tablespoons of water, that's it.
That's it. And you're gonna have a little bit left over at the end, that's okay, but you just wanna liberally apply that egg mixture to that surface, and it's gonna give it just a beautiful, kind of glowing sheen when it's all done.
Then we bake our pie for the longest 30 minutes of our lives. Oh, that crust set nicely.
Yeah, that butter is just flaky and delicious, and that's really what you're looking for there.
Guys.
Enjoy.
Oh, I'm going to. Look at that. It doesn't get any more classic comfort food than this.
Chicken pot pie.
Oh man, the potatoes are soft. The crust is just flaky. You know, if you just made this for me before I even showed up, I would have no idea that this was actually leftovers.
Oh, it's fantastic. And this is just things that were in the refrigerator after a big meal.
Right. Oh, thank you so much.
Great work, thank you.
This is fantastic. To get Drew's chicken pot pie recipe, head over to our website at wagrown.com.